Yo, what's good everyone? It's Logie back with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about the NFL for all my football fans out there. Me personally, I'm a very big fan of the NFL and have loved the game ever since I was a kid. With the highs of the league, there's obviously lows. Being a fan of the Bengals, I am quite familiar with the lows. That's still nothing compared to the things that are ruining the league today. I am here to share with you what I think is the biggest thing that is ruining the league. Let's get right into it. Have you ever been watching your favorite team playing a game that you're enjoying just to go to social media or sports commentary or ESPN's just to see it being downplayed? Me too. I feel we as football fans become more critiques of the game than actual fans of the game. No matter what some player or team does, there's always a reason to downplay it. The hate in today's current NFL is so bad that we can't truly appreciate greatness and enjoy the game we love. Obviously, fans are entitled to their own opinion, which is one of the best things about the NFL, but it can also make it less enjoyable. For my personal instance, biggest moment I remember is Joe Burrow's 525-yard, four-touchdown game against Baltimore in 2021, which was downplayed because a lot of the injuries to the Ravens secondary, which could play a factor, I understand. These complaints or takes can often be valid and understandable. There's only so much you can expect from the players. If you get cooked by backups, it's embarrassing, well, because they're backups. But if you cook the backups, it's not impressive as well, because they're backups. There's no winning in that. It didn't used to be that way. If you got cooked, you got cooked. Injuries or not. Coaches, players, owners can only control so much. But injuries and players who cannot play, well, that's just unfortunately a part of the game. But we will still, as fans, discredit historical performances because of things that are out of control of the players. A few more examples is Mahomes, who's on a generational run this decade, finally having one down season while still making the Super Bowl and still getting torched for it. I myself am not his biggest fan because of the matchups in big games against my favorite team, the Bengals. But yet, I can still recognize domination when I see it. Yet, it can still be discredited because of the refs. Like I said earlier, I do believe two things can be true at once. But at what point do we stop discrediting players for things that are out of their hands? You got Lamar Jackson, who I've seen torch my Bengals plenty of times, who was called a running back for most of his career after showing time and time again he can throw the ball. The amount of perfect passer rating games this man has, as well as his historic season in 2024, he just hasn't been given his flowers by everyone, which is just truly unfair, and there is no winning with the fans of the NFL. It is so easy to get caught up in ranking quarterbacks and other players against each other, which is fair. But nowadays, there are so many different stats, and if you cherry pick the right ones, you can make cases for a lot of players that may not deserve to have the case be made for them. Although, I do believe comparing players is completely valid, but to call another elite player garbage because someone has a different opinion instead of appreciating greatness is just wrong. I myself am guilty for some of these things, but it also makes watching the game a lot more of a negative experience. I can't blame fans for thinking this way, but I do believe we could all have a more enjoying time if we appreciated the best of the best going at it every single week just for our pleasure. The NFL has gotten so toxic to a point that players who risk their body for the love of the game get death threats, disrespected, and deal with hate to their loved ones just because fans are angry about the game. I am quite the passionate fan myself. There's just no place for that in the NFL. I remember watching the 2010s era of football as a middle schooler, and just being in a pure bliss of how amazing the game was and appreciating the legends of the game. And now, People care more about sports betting and fantasy leagues than enjoying good football. I remember loving the game so much in the 2010s. Elite performances, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Julio Jones, many legends. And then you blink and it's over. And you really wish you appreciated the players while they're still there. But now you get nostalgic about them and miss them. That's something we should not mistake with today's age of football. You blink and it's gone. All this being said, that's just the way today's league is, and there isn't much we can do as fans who support the game compared to the rage-baiting people. But remember that everyone's opinion does not mean something. Keep a positive mindset of enjoying talent before it's over and a new era arrives. Getting mad and angry at your team is just a part of the game, which I will continue to do until the Bengals fire Zach Taylor. But bearing hate towards people just being good at their job because you don't like them is just wrong. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know your thoughts and feelings on this subject as well. If you guys have any suggestions, just let me know. I will be reading the comments, liking comments, responding to comments, and I appreciate it. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.